first came the universe and its elemental particles, whose form took shape by virtue of spin. Then came the Milky Way galaxy, the spinning disk that brings us life. Inside of our galaxy, another spinning disk took shape, the solar system. And then, by virtue of the spinning disk known as the solar system, life on Earth was able to form. Then came human beings, and their first invention, the wheel. And thus began civilization. Then the spinning atom was split in 1945, inciting a primal terror that gave rise to a wave of flying saucer sightings. Later that same year, the first Frisbee, called a flying saucer, was invented. And then came Joel Silver, the man who invented Ultimate Frisbee.
I really feel that it was myself and Buzzy Hellring and Johnny Hines who kind of put the game together and got it working and made it happen. You know, there was a great polarization at my high school at that time, which I guess would have been in September '68. There was, you know, the radical kids, there were the jocks. I mean, so we just kind of crossed all the groups and just we all said, you know, fuck it, let's just have a good time. So we began to play regularly. And as we began to play regularly, the game began to evolve into the game as it exists now. It was the ultimate game of Frisbee.
Ultimate Frisbee is a non-contact team sport, 7 against 7, played on a football-sized field. A goal is scored when a player catches the disc in the end zone. If the disc hits the ground or goes out of bounds, the other team takes possession. When a player catches the disc, they must stop, set a pivot foot, and throw within 10 seconds. There are no referees in Ultimate. Players call their own fouls. If, for instance, a receiver drops the disc but thinks he got fouled, he calls foul and gets the disc back.
We liked the idea of this structured game, all based around what was essentially a gag.
And then came Dan Stork-Roddick, the man who wrote Spirit of the Game into the rules of Ultimate, thus eliminating the need for referees.
The difference between Ultimate and other games is that is the job of the players, and that is the job of the player in conventional sports is to do everything that he can do for his or her team and not get caught. That's martial law. And I don't think any coach would disagree with that, any conventional coach. It's a very different proposition when you send a kid out onto the ultimate field because you're saying, do everything you can for us to win within the rules that we've agreed upon that we're going to play. It seems to me that that's preparation for life in a better world.
And then came Lady Godiva, the best women's ultimate Frisbee team in the world.
Playing on Godiva is playing with the best of the best. It doesn't get any better, you know, it's always, every practice, every game, you're always playing as hard as you can and you're always playing against the best players.
And I would say Lady Godiva spends the majority of their time practicing things as a team. There's no any one individual that's better than the others. It's all about the team. It's all about how we move together.
These are challenging friendships because you're pushing it and pulling on each other in ways that most friends of our age don't. You know, adult women aren't usually yelling at each other, and you just make, obviously, great friends.
We play by the spirit, maybe not in the touchy-feely kind of way, but we try to play hard and clean and fair, which I think is what it's all about.
Spirit of the game is sportsmanship, integrity, honesty.
Not arguing calls when you know you're wrong, things like that. Not trying to cheat to get ahead.
And Godiva wins its third consecutive U.S. National Championship by defeating Seattle's Women on the Verge. And then there came to Godiva a soccer player named Bronwyn.
Okay, if you could introduce yourself and tell us, you know, who you are in terms of Godiva.
I'm not much in terms of Godiva. I'm Bronwyn, and I'm one of the new players on the team this season.
And word is you're quite the athlete. Could you explain your athletic background?
Well, I used to play soccer in NCAA. Pretty good at that, actually.
And how do you like Ultimate compared to soccer?
Oh my God, I love Ultimate. I mean, I'm not really as good as I was at soccer, but I love the game. It's awesome. It's very similar to soccer, a lot of running, really aggressive.
How does Bronwyn understand the spirit of the game? I don't know. I think she thinks it's kind of a hippie thing and that it's not something that she has to really play by. I don't know. I don't quite understand, or she doesn't quite understand, I don't think, what it's about.
What do I think about spirit of the game? God. I'll tell you, you know what? It's really not my favorite thing about Ultimate.
Because?
I just don't see it working. In a sport that's really competitive and really aggressive and fast-moving. I've seen people standing around trying to argue about a call, like, am I on the line? Am I out of the line? You hurt me.
I felt that
I intentionally hit you?
I believe that you intentionally did that, and I know you said that you're a new player and all, and you know sometimes when new players don't know what they're doing, you can hurt each other, and it's also against the spirit of the game. And I just wanted to point that out to you. But you know, it was a good game.
Okay, well I don't know. I'm sorry if you feel that way, but I didn't mean to do anything intentional.
That's cool.
And
that's cool.
You know, so
it's a good game.
Good.
Man, I'm glad that we got to come out and play you guys. It was excellent.
Next time I'll try and get it clean.
Cool.
How's that?
Good. Awesome.
Good game.
Thanks.
If you want to start, you got to show it on D, because you're not gonna have the skills to compete with somebody like Christine. But if you show them that you're hungry on D and that you want it, and you're laying out and you're running hard, you're going on D, first line. Then in the transition, you score the goal. I can do that. Sweet. Yes, that I can do.
So you think she could be a starter?
She is a starter. She's a starter waiting to happen.
I don't know.
I know. I know. Believe me.
Bronwyn, well, she's got a lot to learn. She played okay, but she got a lot to learn. I think we're going to work the heck out of her during practices.
Your defense.
Okay.
You got to remain stable. You got to realize that if you throw this throw, you're throwing into your defense. You want them to throw that throw. You want them to put it up down the line.
Okay.
So I'm just going like this, keeping it flat to you.
All right.
Make sense?
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Ow! 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 All right? Breathe, breathe, breathe.
You all right?
Right.
Wait a minute. Here, let's help her up.
Oh, God. Shit. Hey, Bronwyn, can I talk to you about something? Yeah. Just some words of wisdom. It's like you have a stride going and you're in front of your person, but I can't hit you because I can't. There's no change in your pace. There's no indication that you're ready for the disc. So if you just turn toward me or book a little faster, then I'll release.
You okay?
Bronwyn, keep going.
Bronwyn. Bronwyn.
Keep going, really.
Bronwyn.
I don't know.
I don't think I can do this. I don't think I'm good enough to play on this team. You know,
You are good enough. This is where you gotta suck it up and just take a step off, take a sub.
My force is always wrong. I'm dropping it. I'm just never in the right place. I just feel like I'm screwing up everything. I can't even play defense.
Half empty, half full. You're doing fine. Got half of it right, just gotta work on the other half. That's all. Just don't listen to those guys so much. No, it would be a very bad thing. This is where you just gotta focus. Just don't listen to them so much. Just focus on what you need to do and come back in. You'll be great. You'll be fine.
Right, I'm going to take one for a few.
Go!
Only one.
Broken!
Brahma will be coming to Sweden with us to play at the World Championships. We need some new players. She's fresh blood. She's fast. She has lots of potential. She has some work to do to get to the right level, but we think that she can do it.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's like I've always wanted to be a world champion. And I guess playing Ultimate's pretty much my last chance at playing at this high of a level. Not only that, I really like my teammates, which is hasn't always been the way it is in the past.
Rookie.
Are there any beers left?
No, but you don't have to bring the next case.
They're pretty much the closest friends I have now in Boston.
With any luck, you'll come back a world champion.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Number one.
It's almost inevitable that there's going to be a more rapid influx of conventional mentalities, people from conventional sports trainings. And so it has to be relatively clear what the nature of our game is and how it is played.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Willie. How's it going?
What's in the bag, Christine?
Uniform for Liz Phillips.
Spirits are high as Lady Godiva leaves from Boston's airport to represent the United States at the World Championships.
Dear sport friends from the whole world, as mayor of the municipality of Jönköping, it's a great honor for me to get this occasion for bringing a greeting to you. Welcome to Jönköping.
Teams representing 16 nations have come to compete in the World Championships.
Let us show the world what the phrase the Frisbee family stands for and what spirit of the game means in reality.
I declare the World Ultimate and Gets Championships opened and let the game start.
Teams will compete in round-robin play all week long to determine who will play in the finals and be crowned world champion.
Brian, you were playing the good ones. You were playing the
I thought I did a good job. I noticed
that.
it.
You were playing smart. You were picking up when you were supposed to be picking up and dropping in.
It felt good.
Well, a lot of it
So
also.
I feel like I'm just covering the person more so that they're not getting anything.
Forget the spirit of the game.
How do you feel right now?
Very great.
The tournament favorite, Godiva, allows itself to party just a little bit. Besides, what's an ultimate tournament without a party? Bronwyn has been selected to start on defensive points. Quite an accomplishment for a rookie player such as herself.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
No.
Wake up, sleepyhead. He started on D. Started on D. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Starting on D?
Yep, come on.
No way.
Yes.
Really? All right, I'm up.
You're the star, man!
Right. Cut it out.
Hasta la vista,
Get
baby.
out. Get him out of here.
Godiva pulls to start the game. Bronwyn dives and catches the winning goal. Oh, did you see that? Now, that's what I call taunting.
I couldn't believe it when Bronwyn waggled you in the end zone there.
I mean, spirit of the game, that's why I play Ultimate. Some people just don't have any idea.
Hey Christine, I'm trying to be serious here, right? You know,
okay.
I mean, Bronwyn gets out there, and what does she know? She's new, and you're like getting her all pumped up, and next thing you know, she's waggling people.
Yeah, it's no waggling at this tournament, that's why.
Do you remember when the American woman waggled it after she caught a goal?
Absolutely atrocious. Atrocious, that's the only word for that.
How's it going?
It's going great. I'm having a lot of fun, and Godiva is pretty much rolling away with everything, trouncing everybody.
And your play, how do you think you're playing?
Playing good. Playing really aggressive, good day, and I think it's paying off. Getting a lot more playing time. Psyched. Can almost taste victory.
Well, I have to ask you now, have anyone talked to you? I mean, there are some people who didn't like the way you waggled that woman from Australia after your catch for the winning goal.
It was just in the heat of victory there, you know? I mean, it's like war.
Whoa, what a sky. The stall count's getting high.
9. It's a foul. No, it's not a foul. No way. No way. You make a foul on me.
That's a total foul.
You lean into me. I would call a foul. I didn't make the foul.
Back in time.
Manu! How far, Manu? I got it!
Ouch! That's not good for the Frisbee.
Felt good. I felt really good going up, and felt like I caught some good stuff. It was fun.
Bronwyn, did you see this?
See what?
This is the disc that you just spiked.
Oh, when I caught the game-winning goal? I totally schooled that woman. All right. I know you're not supposed to spike the disc because it violates the spirit of the game. And Ultimate...
Team Godiva doesn't play like that.
Okay.
You know, we play hard. We want to play as hard as we can against our opponents, but you know we don't want to. You know, we don't want to put it in their face.
All right. Well, you don't have to get all bent out of shape about it.
It's all right, but just don't do it next time, huh?
The most powerful impetus to spirit of the game is the teammate. If you go down and you catch it and you score, and upon returning to the line, you say, oh, guys, my feet were out, man, but, you know, we really needed it. Well, that's the critical moment. If the teammates go, right on, buddy, we knew we could count on you, then it's a done deal. Spirit is dead.
Bronwyn, I guess, tried to force a foul by stepping into her. She said that the defense was moving, but I was a little questionable on that.
Weren't you the one who talked to her about it?
Afterwards, I talked to Bronwyn about it. I questioned her on whether or not she really did step into her and whether or not she really thought it was a foul.
I think one person asked me if I did it on purpose, but no one else has said anything.
Did you do it? What did you tell them? I mean, it seems like you're saying here you did it on purpose. You wanted to draw
I told
a foul.
them no. I didn't do it on purpose. But, you know, it helped us win the game, and it did prevent a turnover, so.
So it's okay. Is that what you mean? I mean, in the rule book, the player who initiates contact is the one who committed a foul. It seemed to me like you initiated contact, and then you called a foul on her.
A lot of players do that. I've seen it a lot of times, especially in more competitive games, and a lot of those rules are broken, so. She did foul me. I may have initiated the body contact, but it was a foul.
Well, if you initiated the contact, it's your foul, and she did not foul you.
The game is over, and the foul was called, and we won.
Knowing they have to beat Sweden to ensure a spot in the final, Godiva steps up its game.
Personal fortune for a referee.
No play.
Bronwyn,
no
you
way.
did foul her, Bronwyn.
Shut up, Willie. This
Willie, stay out of it.
Out. This was going out.
Excuse me.
No way. So you're saying I fouled you? Yes, you fouled her. It's okay. You're not going to get the disc this time. I'll tell you that, right? Go back to the thrower.
Nice try.
Nice block.
Oh, pretty layout.
Unbelievably beautiful.
Here we are at breakfast with some of the Godiva players, Anne and Catherine and Bronwyn.
Here we are.
What are you talking about here?
Rules, conflicts, spoils game.
Big news in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a big write-up.
Yeah.
It's good it's in there, though.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, do you mind? Hello.
Sure, go ahead.
Seat.
You seen the paper?
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could talk about it. I feel quite disappointed today after the game.
Your name is Karen?
My name is Karin.
Do you mind if I videotape?
No, it's okay.
Making a documentary. Thanks.
Okay. What do you have to say?
You know, we don't like making calls.
But it was a lot of bad calls.
Well, I think
that's your view of it. I think we felt frustrated and that what happened wasn't very safe either because there was a lot of contact. There was some pretty major
It's not only that. This player, you had a bad call.
I just thought it was incidental contact. I didn't really think that I pushed her out of bounds, and the call went your way, so maybe I was wrong, but that's the way I felt.
What do you feel looking at it?
Well, it's hard. Again, it's hard to say. I think that it could have been handled better. We don't need to. If the situation was bad enough, we didn't need to have.
Get out of hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the final.
Good luck.
Win our
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm sorry.
You were a little out of hand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel kind of shitty now. I don't want to, like, ruin the reputation of your team single-handedly. I'll try and tone it down. I mean, I thought I was making the right call, but maybe I could have just been a little bit more cordial about it or something.
We're watching Denmark against U.S. men's team, otherwise known as DOG, Death or Glory. And they've got their referee uniforms and their yellow cards and their
whistles.
So they're jokingly saying, we are refs already, and we don't think there should be refs in Ultimate.
There are a lot of people that think there should be refs in the game.
I suppose. But I mean, when there are big arguments, and I've seen you have big arguments, and there are some questionable calls you made, what you can do, and Sweden...
I made questionable calls? Me or my team?
Yeah, like that, the foul call on the high stall count on the mark against Holland. Like big problems with spirit of the game. If there's people who are abusing the rules, you have observers on the sideline. They're not refs, they're observers.
What's the difference? I mean, would it hurt to have a ref?
What do you think of having referees in Ultimate?
No referees, not in Ultimate, no.
I don't think there should be.
I mean, it works well, at least in Europe till now. I don't know why we need all this shit.
It's not a good idea.
Oui.
Contre l'arbitre imposé dans un match.
Oui.
因为有勇气的人才会玩勇气赛。
Frisbee är så väldigt speciell sport därför att det handlar bara om spirit of the game. Du måste spela fair play.
Self-govern, which is very rare.
Just touch the disc and throw it, and then love Ultimate Frisbee.
Sweden's only loss was to Godiva, and so it'll be Sweden against the USA in the final. Great diving catch for a goal. Godiva leads 10-9 at the half in a game to 19.
Yeah, let's work together. We are a fucking team. And I fucking want this so bad I can fucking die for it. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Godiva appears to tire as Sweden scores 8 unanswered goals to go up 18-12. Oh, this is a real meltdown. Another turnover, this could be it. A flick into the end zone. And score! Sweden wins it. What an upset.
Dun, dun, dun. We didn't come to this tournament thinking that we would have any competition. We were not prepared. It's terrible. You know, we had, like, you have to...
You had low
I blame it only on ourselves. We weren't ready. We weren't ready, that's it. Bottom line. And it showed.
They were a little pissed off at me for what happened in Sweden, my bad attitude, I guess. And
Godiva, you mean?
yeah, but I'm going to be playing with them for nationals, yeah. So I guess the spirit of the game was more important to them than I realized, and they told me that if I don't clean up my act, I can't play. So that's what I got to do. Working hard.
As I guess you've heard, there may be referees at nationals. You may not have to clean up your act. Now, is it true, as I've heard, that you're planning to put up serious prize money for the U.S. National Championships?
Yes, there will be prize money for the National Championships. I've got the money, and I think that Ultimate is the perfect sport to launch my new product, Millennium 2000.
I also hear that you want referees.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, suppose there was sponsorship or TV wanted to cover the U.S. Nationals or something. Now, how do you feel about having referees?
I'm not in favor of having referees.
I think having referees at nationals is a really good idea. Any tournament of that caliber. I'd have to vote for it, sure.
Why?
Why? I think refs make it easier on the players and they keep people in check.
And I think at the highest level the sport needs to be called, because what's great about the game is it's fast-paced, it's exciting, and when you put calls into it, it's not fast-paced or exciting.
Right. You mean when players get to make the calls?
When players make their own calls, and also players have discussions after their calls and spend a lot of time talking to each other to tell each other how great they are.
So what are you, how do you define spirit of the game?
So maybe it all ends up where there is no spirit of the game when you have refs. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to sell my beer, though. I need refs to keep the game moving, so there's not a lot of discussions, a lot of stoppers in play, and I don't want people who are watching at home to see people cheat.
It's the U.S. National Championships taking place in Boston, Massachusetts. Godiva's first game will be against the Philly Peppers of Philadelphia.
How does it feel to be refereeing and for the first time that there are refs in the National Ultimate Championship?
Pretty excited about it.
Yeah?
It's going to be a good game. There's two good teams.
You've practiced, haven't you, Paul?
I practiced once, yeah.
There's a travel, we call it. There's a foul, we call it. 69.
Uh-huh.
Right, the players are responsible for nothing. All they got to do is play the game.
Yeah, a lot of the players don't like it, so you hear them turning back to you, talking back to you. They've got the disc. They're leaning back, saying
Why
something
don't they
to you.
like it?
A lot of the players want to stick to players calling the fouls.
We saw just a very small majority, I think it was 53%, in favor of referees, in favor of the referee experiment. It's an issue that's been dividing the sport for several years now. We're hoping that this year's Nationals, with the referees, will be decisive. We're hoping that we can see really this year whether or not referees can be part of the game.
Well, there's money now, so that obviously has something to do with it.
Well,
remember, there's also refs, so 4 fouls you're out. And you know, it's not great, but just play it, get used to it.
Now, we don't want to try to foul anyone. I mean, we want to follow the spirit of the game.
Yeah. I'm not saying to do anything on purpose, but you know, if you know somebody's susceptible, then you know, don't let us lose our cool, so we foul out. But you know, if they get worked up, it's only going to work against them.
We've played without refs for a really long time, and we can do it, you know, now that they're here. Let's just continue and play our game and not get psyched out by the fact that there's other people running around on the field with us.
Well, now's not the time.
Referees, are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready?
Right here. Let's stop right here.
This is an experiment. It's an experiment.
You're not helping the sport. You guys are the ones holding up the game.
We shall not. Do you like the song, Paul?
Nice song, Will.
I'm glad it's you dragging me off. Your turncoat. Your turncoat.
Stop me! Why are you doing this? Stop me!
Let the record book show that we didn't let this happen without a fight. Had to do it. Right. Had to do it. Okay. Beautiful start.
Can we play now? Let's have ultimate! No foul, play on! Play on, no foul!
Right, you have to say turnover.
You got to control the game.
You can't let them do that. They're going to try to do that.
You are the boss.
Do that. Foul, black 6, marker foul.
Look, I can be a disc width away from her.
You were about this far away from her.
Look, just call it consistently.
Despite the foul, Bronwyn catches the goal and Godiva increases its lead.
It's going away.
Marker foul, 13-1.
I'm getting a foul against me. That's wrong.
You hacked her wrist right as she was following through.
Whatever, I didn't. You did that on purpose. No. I'll hit you. I will hit you. You want to fight? You get a red card her.
For what?
She's on the ground. Red card her. Get her out of the game. She's a danger.
Red card.
I'm not getting a red card. I'm not getting red carded. Bullshit. Red card. Know the rules.
Chris, I'm sorry. She's just been
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Take off your cleats. I'm not moving from this bench.
touch me.
I apologize to Godiva for that whole fight with Tiffany. I mean, she was deliberately provoking me.
She wanted you to get kicked out of the game, I guess.
Yeah. She was totally working those refs. I mean, she's so dirty. It's the way she is. She was always like that in soccer. I guess she's just carrying it over.
And tonight, Godiva's meeting without you?
Yeah, they're thinking about cutting me from the team. I feel pretty shitty.
There's a little piece of this on my accessories.
So we need to decide what we're going to do about Bronwyn. Some people have pulled me aside and said we need to think about cutting her, and I think that's a little bit extreme.
I think she's beyond help, and that's not our job to help.
That's bullshit. I mean, we're friends. We help each other. I mean, let's find out what's going on. If she's just a horrible, terrible person and that's the way it is, get rid of her.
Does somebody want to talk to her, take her aside, deal with her one-on-one? That'd probably be my preference, is to set somebody up.
I think that Judy's right, but I don't want to be the person that has to deal with her either. So we have to vote on that.
Spirit of the game, all of that means something to all of us. You know, her behavior is really bad. She knocks somebody down. Who on this team has ever done that?
That is not really what we're all about. So whether or not that can be dealt with just by talking to her or not, it's kind of escalated since Sweden, so.
And if she screws up, that's us, our team at Nationals, in the middle of, you know, the biggest tournament for us.
I say she's gone.
Are you prepared to talk to her and tell her she's cut?
Laura, she's tried to improve her attitude. I can't believe you're saying just kick her off. Do you realize how much you all mean to her, and you know this team means to her?
Well, maybe she should, if it means that much to her, she should change her behavior. I mean, she knows that's not how we play Ultimate. She knows that's not how Ultimate is played. So.
I just can't believe that you're...
Willie, this is, wait, cut. This is absolutely none of your business. I think that if we're going to continue this meeting, Willie's got to leave. Because, I mean, this is personal business.
Okay,
personal
I'm
team
sorry.
business.
I'm sorry, Christine. You're right. It's, you know, out of line. I won't do it again. Right?
I'm totally serious. You are a passive observer. If you interfere with our team again, there will be absolutely no documentary. None.
We had a meeting last night without you, and because it mainly concerned you. And we were discussing the fight you had the other day.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Well, it was, you know, it was a very controversial thing. The team basically was discussing whether or not you would be on the team still, because it was such a bad spirit of the game.
I could tell you something that's never going to happen again. I mean...
Well, that's good to hear, because we did vote you back on the team. We said, you're here, you're still on the team, but, you know, when you make a violent move like that, it's just steps over, crosses the line.
It won't happen again. I'm really grateful that you let me back on the team. I guess I should go get out on the field, huh?
Yes.
Last thing I want to do is be late.
And get going. And work on that offense.
Bye, Kate.
Okay.
See you up there.
Alrighty.
Godiva has qualified for the finals, and they will be playing none other than the Philly Peppers of Philadelphia. How do you feel? I mean, you nervous? Did you feel the same way before your semifinal big soccer game?
No. It's a lot different.
And in what way is it different?
Because this time I really want it for the team. Not just for me. I mean, I really want to win for the team.
Uh-huh. You heard it here, sports fans. Former soccer star. But didn't you want it for the team back then in soccer, in college?
No. It was all about me. It's just, you know, it was like in my own world. All I wanted to do was win the national championship. Like, I didn't care about anybody else, really. You know, I was like one of the best players on the team, and I felt like if I failed, the team failed. Or if, you know, I mean, like, everybody else was never an issue. Ever.
But maybe you feel differently this time because you are a role player. You're one of a team. You're not the star. Is that what, you know, I mean, is that why you think you feel differently?
No, I think I've changed.
finals have come down to a rematch. Godiva versus the Philly Peppers.
Run, race, guys, score, run!
Adam. Adam, 1, 2, 3.
Philly Peppers take the lead. That's a goal.
Foul, number 17!
So 1, 2.
Due to a time cap, it's now a game to 15. Philly Peppers take the lead. Godiva ties it up. They tied it up. Its next goal wins. Godiva has to force a turnover. A Philly Peppers open in the end zone. They hit her hand.
I don't want to hear it, Tiffany. I don't want to hear it, Tiffany. Back up.
The referee says no foul.
Put the disc in play.
Paul, I hit her.
I saw no foul. I saw no foul, Brown.
You weren't there. Was there someone else there? I
saw no foul.
I
put the disc in play. It's a referee game. It's the spirit of the game. Put the disc in play. I did not see a foul.
Ask her. She knows.
Oh, come on. Okay, I didn't see it. 7 black, so she fouled. What should we do? Okay. Foul, 7 black. White disc on the goal line.
It's Philly's disc on the goal line. The game is tied. The next goal wins. Philadelphia scores the winning goal, and Godiva's streak of 3 consecutive national championships has come to an end.
I've got a check here, made out to the Philly Peppers, as you can see.
If you could leave, that would be really awesome. Buck. Ah, thank you.
I hate losing.
The refs apparently, since they weren't sure, were about to make the call your way.
I know, but I mean, she knew that I hit her, and I knew that I hit her. How could I?
Well, did it occur to you to just not say anything, or?
Yeah, for a split second, I guess it did.
Foul's a foul. Sucks that we lost.
Yeah, it does suck that we lost. I mean, I guess we could have won if I hadn't made that call, but I don't think I'd ever be able to look her in the face.
The Milky Way galaxy, our solar system, wheels, flying saucers, compact discs, computer discs, frisbees, all life-enhancing, all spinning discs. More than coincidence?